Hey there, welcome back to another video. This time around, it is the second part of my post-birthday DVD and Blu-ray update. In part one, I mentioned that I had a lot more titles to show you guys, and I definitely did mean that, because I have a few more stacks of DVDs and Blu-rays. And before I dive into those, I actually want to show some comic books that I got. Got these from Facebook Marketplace. Um, I'd been wanting to get these volumes for a long time, but the price was never really right for me. But luckily, I was able to grab these. I think I only paid I think I only paid 50. I paid 50 for all three of these volumes. So here we have Batman Nightfall Volume 1. And then we have Batman Nightfall Volume 2. And then we have Batman Nightfall Volume 3. So the fact that this whole story is 3 volumes long and hundreds of pages of comics makes The Dark Knight Rises and how it completely fucks up the entire storyline and shortens it to shreds even more frustrating. Because you got those are really hefty paperbacks. And that is not even necessarily the entire storyline, because there's some things that are missing from these paperbacks. But the majority of it is featured in those paperbacks. And Nolan, I guess, thought that he could adapt it into a film by just cribbing a few elements, but it didn't work. And I will explain why it didn't work in more detail in upcoming rant, because those were requested, the Nolan Batman films. So stay tuned for that. Now we get to the DVDs. Now, I didn't get that many DVDs, just a few. Uh, Here we have Blue Thunder, the complete series. Now, I got this brand new from Hamilton Book. It was a price cut item, and it was a good deal because this is apparently out of print and a little hard to find. So I got it for, I think it was like $7.99 or something. And I've been curious about this show because of the cast. So you have James Ferrantino, Dana Carvey in one of his earliest roles, Dick Butkus, and Bubba Smith. And this is a TV show that was a spin-off of Blue Thunder. And it didn't last long. It only lasted one season. But what's interesting is that Airwolf would come in, I think, either a year later or a couple years later, and then soar in the ratings. So you could argue that Blue Thunder, the TV show, was ahead of its time, because Airwolf would come in later and become this huge hit and copy pretty much the same formula. So that's Blue Thunder, the complete series. Next up, I have some Robot Chicken DVDs. Um, I got them as a part of a lot from Facebook Marketplace, and there was a few other things that were thrown in there as well. For instance, the same guy, he threw in um, South Park DVDs, but I don't really want to dig them out right now. And for anyone who might be noticing some shifts in lighting, It's due to the fact that the sunlight is a pain in the ass and is a bitch and doesn't want to be cooperative. So you will see moments where the lighting will shift because the sunlight will fade and then it will come back in. The sun is an asshole, especially when it comes to lighting. So my apologies. But anyway, here we have season 1 of Robot Chicken, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, and season 7. Now, I don't have seasons 8 and 9 because those are not uncensored. For some reason, Robot Chicken, when it got a DVD release overseas, I think in Australia, for the other seasons, seasons 8 and 9, they are not uncensored. The swear words are bleeped, the nudity is blurred out, so I didn't really want those. If they came in the lot, I still would have paid for those seasons, but if not, I'm in no hurry, no rush to pick those up. Um, it's nice though that there's at least 7 seasons, and it was a good deal to get them all in one lot. The same guy also threw in episode 2 of Robot Chicken Star Wars. So that's it for the Robot Chicken DVDs. Now we get to the 4K titles. Now, there are some in here that I might have shown in another video, but I forgot, so forgive me if I'm being a bit repetitive here. But I know I didn't show these, because these ones are titles that I got pretty recently from Best Buy. So we have Speed, the Steelbook. This is a gorgeous Steelbook. I gotta give Disney and Fox and their marketing and advertising guys a lot of credit. This is a really nice looking Steelbook. And it's a really good transfer. It's definitely an upgrade over the Blu-ray. Not much in terms of new features, which does suck, to be honest. But at least you have a nice new presentation in terms of the transfer and the Steelbook. And then I also got War of the Worlds. This was a Best Buy exclusive. It was actually cheaper at the time for me to get this from Best Buy than it was to buy the regular non-Steelbook release on Amazon. Then we have Godzilla King of Monsters. We have Baby Driver, which are titles that I think I showed before in another video, but I don't remember. Batman Begins in 4K, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. You're gonna get it. You're gonna fucking get it. I'm going to kick your fucking ass. I'm gonna break your fucking back. As you can see, I am heated. When I got those comics and I just flipped through them, the uh, Batman Nightfall series, it just reignited my fury for The Dark Knight Rises. Because just flipping through them and reading certain things, it just reminded me of how badly that film fucked up that epic comic storyline. So here we have Possessor Uncut. I know I said that I wasn't going to get this, but it was at Best Buy. It was the uncut version, and it was a good price. And I'm a sucker for 4K releases, and it looks really impressive on my new 4K TV. So yeah, it was worth it. Um, that's another upcoming review as well. For those of you who are still waiting on your requests, I'm definitely still going to get to them. I'm going to focus on the pack of requests from Seth. I'm going to finish those up. And then I'll get back to some more from Nick and some other random requests. Um, I have a list. I'm following it, and I really appreciate your patience and everything. So here we have The Day of the Beast. This is a Severin release, a fairly recent one. I heard a lot of good things about this from Fangoria's 101 Most Unheralded Horror Films, so I decided to pick it up. And then we have Deadpool, the complete collection for now. Now, I'm a huge fan of Deadpool, as you all know. I am an enormous fan of this character, and I've wanted to get these films on 4K because I only had them on Blu-ray. So we have Deadpool in 4K. I hate this cover art; it's lazy as hell. Then we have Deadpool 2, the Super Duper cut. So that's the Deadpool collection. Speaking of collections, this is the most recent purchase I got from Amazon Warehouse. I actually got a really good deal on it. I only paid 40 something bucks for this box set, which is way cheaper than honestly I think I will ever see this set go for, even during Black Friday or Black Monday on Amazon, or Cyber Monday. Sorry, Black Monday is a whole different thing. But yeah, it's Lord of the Rings, the motion picture trilogy, the 4K box set. It was an Amazon warehouse find. It said it was in good shape, and they were right. The damage to the slip is so minor that you don't even notice it unless somebody tells you about it. Oh, there's some dings in the side. So, I don't really care about that. And the reason why is because the case here is in pristine condition, and all the discs are good too. I don't know if the digital code is good. Hey, for those of you who use digital codes, try this redemption code. If it works, you're welcome. If it doesn't work, sorry. I try. Because I don't use digital codes. Maybe I'll start doing that more in these update videos. Hand out some free digital codes for you guys. But anyway, this is the Lord of the Rings motion picture trilogy in 4K. Now we're going to get to just a whole random stack of Blu-rays. So we have Toy Soldiers from Code Red. Holy Man. Got it because it was super cheap during Kino Lorber's March Madness sale. And also, I didn't have this one. It was for the Eddie Murphy collection. Scissors with Sharon Stone and Steve Railsback. We've got Copycat with Sigourney Weaver and Holly Hunter. This is a transfer that's dated and could use a new scan. It would be nice to see this get a new scan because this is a little underrated gem. Sorcerer with William Friedkin as a director and Roy Scheider as a star. Hamburger Hill, a war film that a lot of people don't talk about. Got a comedy double feature with Funny Farm and Spies Like Us. We've got The Pact, a Miramax double feature of Darkness and Below. Mill Creek Entertainment release of No Mercy. We've got Castaway, one of my favorite Robert Zemeckis films and Tom Hanks movies. The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg. Savages. Date Night. I actually didn't pay $9 for this. I only paid, I think I don't know exactly the amount I paid for those because that's a part of a stack that I got from a local pawn shop. and it was like $23 or something like that. Excuse me, for like a whole stack of Blu-rays. We have Say Anything with John Cusack, Maggie for the Arnold Schwarzenegger collection, The Frighteners, really fun, underrated film from Peter Jackson. I know that this was recently announced by Arrow Video that was going to have a 4K release. Who knows when that's actually going to come out, knowing Peter Jackson. So I was able to get this for a good deal from a Target sale, so I decided to pick it up because I only had it on DVD. We have Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. This original Blu-ray is not that great in terms of the transfer. The 2011 release, it has a much better transfer, but I didn't know about that until later. But the 2011 release also has worse cover art because for some reason they don't just reuse the same poster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the 2011 release sometime, and I'm just going to put the disc in this case. And then I get the best of both worlds. Here we have Blue Thunder. Now, this is a Via Vision release from Australia, but it's region free, and it has the same transfer as the out-of-print release from Sony in the US, the special edition, and it has all the same features. So if you have been wanting to upgrade your DVD of Blue Thunder to a Blu-ray and you didn't get the chance to, and really have not been wanting to spend the high price tag for the out-of-print special edition US Blu-ray, this is a good alternative because it's region free and it's definitely going to cost you a lot less. Here we have Blind Fury from Mill Creek. Love this film. I was really glad to see them do a standalone release of this because before it was only in a multi-pack with a few other movies from Mill Creek. Plus you got this cool cover art, the slip cover, and then you take it out and it's got the original home video artwork. But yeah, Blind Fury. No features, which sucks, but at least it's on Blu-ray. John Dies at the End. Doc Hollywood. This looks really good. This is a great transfer by Warner Archive. The film has never looked better. I just flipped through it. When I flipped through it, I heard a bit of the opening credits song, The One and Only, and that immediately jumped up on my list of favorite soundtrack songs. Like, that's a great song. I really like The One and Only. That's a song that you can listen to, and it'll help put you in a good mood. We have My Favorite Year, Peter O'Toole. We have Gray Stoke, The Legend of Tarzan. We've got The Witches, Warner Archive release. And still got more. We're not even close to being done yet, folks. We have Neighbors. I agree with the rap. I think it's an instant classic. I really enjoy this one. The sequel sucks, but I like Neighbors. Death Wish 4 for the Death Wish collection. Into the Night with Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, I know John Landis directed it, and John Landis is kind of an asshole. Speaking of John Landis, I thought I was going to get a copy of Outrageous Conduct, which is the infamous book about the Twilight Zone trial, but I ordered it from Amazon Canada and it never arrived, so I got a refund. I got my fingers crossed that I will still get it because it's just having a hard time because of COVID and all this other stuff. But I don't know. I'm really not going to be that surprised if I don't get it, which sucks because I really had been wanting to read that. But I wanted to see this for a long time, and this is a Shout Select release, and it didn't pay that much for it during a recent sale. And I like Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Pfeiffer. Here we have Looker, another Warner Archive release. We've got The Hunger. We've got Time After Time. We've got Drop Dead Gorgeous. We've got Armageddon. We have my favorite Coen Brothers movie, Raising Arizona. I would love to see Criterion do a release of this sometime with new features and stuff like that. Here we have some season box sets on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. We have The Outer Limits, Season 1. These are ones that I got during their March Madness. I went insane. I went mad during Kino Lorber's March Madness because their deals were just really good. And I figured I probably will not ever see these for cheaper, so I decided to just snag them right then and there. And then we have Season 2 of The Outer Limits. So we have Outer Limits. And then because I got the Outer Limits, I decided to get The Twilight Zone, the original series on Blu-ray from Amazon. Only had them on DVD. So The Twilight Zone. Here we have, speaking of Death Wish films, Death Wish 3. The Scorpion releasing edition. Has a new 2K scan and cool slipcover. That was another sale. March was insane. March, there were so many boutique retailers and distributors that were having sales at the same time. You had Kino Lorber, you had Scorpion, and then you had, I think, Shout Selected something, Shout Factory, and it was just a lot. So I did spend a fair amount during the March Madness, but it was a really good deal on stuff. We also have Lone Wolf McQuade with Chuck Norris, Death Warrant with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Here we have another Amazon Warehouse deal. Kino Lorber release of Play Misty for Me. It was listed as being in acceptable condition, and I got it for like $12, and I don't really see how this is acceptable. This looks really good to me. Oh, there's some creases on the slipcover. Who gives a shit? I don't care. It's such an old film. It actually adds a little bit of um, charm to the slipcover. And the damage on the inside is very minor too, and the disc is in pristine condition. So that's really all that matters anyway. I don't really care that the slip is not in mint condition. I know a lot of people do care about that kind of stuff, but I don't. I care about getting good deals. So I definitely do take part in Amazon Warehouse. Here we have The Last Witch Hunter. 2-minute warning. The out of print Dragon Dynasty release of The Killer. Yes, I've heard that this is not the best transfer, and I did check it out, and it's not great, but it is an upgrade over the DVD. And I'm surprised this has not gotten another release. And considering that this is one of the most critically acclaimed films that John Woo has directed. But we'll see. Maybe it has to do with a rights issue or something. Here we have the Scary Movie trilogy. We have Jackie Chan's First Strike. We have Another Kino Lorber release of My Science Project. We've got DC Cab with Mr. T, Gary Busey, directed by Joel Schumacher. We have the TV miniseries from the 70s, The Martian Chronicles, based on Ray Bradbury. Then we have Freaky, um, fun slasher movie with a body swap plotline. So going back to Ray Bradbury, just to clarify some things, it's based on a story or a teleplay that he wrote. So yeah, it's The Martian Chronicles. Now, speaking of television, Kino Lorber is going to be releasing sometime this year. They're going to be doing Kolchak the Night Stalker, and they're going to be remastering the episodes, and there's going to be features. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped for that release, because I love that show. So, still got more Blu-rays. We are not, I mean, I got a whole other stack after I get through this one. So we have the Shout Select release of Earthquake. We've got the Scorpions documentary, Forever and a Day. I love this band. This is my favorite band, and I've been wanting to see this for a while. And I got this from Hamilton Book. It was brand new, so this will be fun to watch sometime. We've got Law Abiding Citizen, Jamie Foxx, and Gerard Butler. We've got Need for Speed, the video game movie. Mainly I got it because it was super cheap and because I don't mind the Fast and the Furious films, at least most of them. And Michael Keaton's the bad guy, and I love Michael Keaton. We have Wanted. We've got The Town, starring Ben Affleck, directed by Ben Affleck. Then we have a found footage horror film called Devil's Due. And Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I really like this. I agree with Richard Lawson. I felt that this was Tim Burton's best film in years. And this looks amazing and upgraded in 4K. It looks so stellar, upconverted. It looks so good. Then we have Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole for the Zack Snyder collection. Because Zack Snyder reviews are another batch of requests, and that's why I'm holding Sucker Punch. Then we have the Planet of the Apes remake, because I didn't have it on Blu-ray. And I had all the other ones on Blu-ray. The Swarm, for an archive release. We have Doc Savage, The Man of Bronze. We've got Mr. Nice Guy, the extended original cut. It also includes the theatrical cut. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That orange chicken I had last night still kind of kicking my ass. I don't think it was the one that I should have picked for dinner last night. War. And then we have 300 Rise of an Empire for the 300 collection. And let's see. Okay. Last stack. We've got The Descent, the unrated cut. Another film I actually still haven't seen yet. I know I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I haven't seen the film yet. We've got Eddie Macon's Run. We've got a Scorpion releasing title, The Unseen. Then we have Slithis. These I actually got from Kino Lorber's website during their sale because they are also releasing Scorpion films. And then I got King of the Mountain with Harry Hamlin, Joseph Bottoms, Dan Haggerty, Dennis Hopper's also in it. Then we've got the Shout Select release of The Incredible Shrinking Woman with Lily Tomlin, Charles Grodin, directed by Joel Schumacher. We've got The Real McCoy with Kim Basinger and Val Kilmer. We've got The River. We've got Grandview USA with Jamie Lee Curtis and C. Thomas Howell. Continental Divide with John Belushi and Blair Brown. Haunted Honeymoon with Gilda Radner and Gene Wilder, Tom DeLuise. Here we have the Kino Lorber release of the television film Buried Alive, directed by Frank Darabont. We have Clint Eastwood in The Gauntlet. Always love this cover art. This cover art is so badass. I love it. It's so good. And still going through them. We've got Dudes, the Shout Select release. Just Visiting with Jean Reno and Christina Applegate. We've got a film called The Phenom. We've got From Paris with Love. Here we have Mom. Then Last Rites, Tom Berenger. We've got The Return with Jan Michael Vincent. Sybil Shepherd. We've got Wild Thing. Behind Enemy Lines with Thomas Ian Griffith. Opposing Force. Night Visitor. And Amsterdam. We've got Aftermath for the Schwarzenegger collection. We've got Hugo. Night and Day. End of Watch. Hercules. And I think the rest of these are just Marvel movies, other than one exception. So we're going to round it out with a bunch of MCU films on Blu-ray. Captain America, The First Avenger. Captain America, The Winter Soldier. Ant-Man. Civil War, kind of beat up, but the disc is in good shape, and it was a part of a really good deal from seller on Facebook. Thor, The Dark World. Iron Man. I have Iron Man 3. It's just one that I've had in my collection for a while, so I decided not to include it in this update. Here's the other film I was talking about that he included it in that lot, Solo. We have Ant-Man and the Wasp. We've got Thor. Black Panther. And Thor Ragnarok. So that's it. That's it for this second part of my post DVD and Blu-ray update. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you're wondering what I have coming up next, like I said, I'm going to be diving into some more requests. Probably going to start off with Seth's stack of titles. I did get the email, Seth, if you're watching. I did get it. I am going to cover The Firm as well. Next up is going to be review of Angst, and then I'm going to be um, tackling Possum, Possessor, and The Firm to finish up the stack of requests for Seth. Then I'm going to get started on some Zack Snyder films because of the fact that Army of the Dead is going to be coming out pretty soon, and that is another one of the requests. And in between the Zack Snyder films, I'm going to be doing reviews of Slither and Hard Rain and a few others. So, for those of you who have made requests, I will definitely 100% get around to them. And there will also be some random stuff thrown in there as well, some things that I decide that I would like to do. There are some reviews that I still want to record before I forget, like Halloween 2018 and Shadow in the Cloud. And I want to see Nobody. I did see Mortal Kombat, the new one, and I rewatched the original Mortal Kombat, the 1995 film, and Annihilation. So I would like to review those films one of these days. Oh, and also, sometime I'm going to be doing a marathon of Sam Furstenberg films, like Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3, American Ninja 1 and 2, Avenging Force, because I had the opportunity to speak with Sam Furstenberg through Zoom, and I already have a good amount of footage from that conversation that I was able to do thanks to a longtime subscriber in Boaz and another longtime subscriber in Fabio. So those two tagged along, and we were able to discuss a lot of stuff with Sam Furstenberg. He was a wonderful guy. I mean, he is a wonderful guy. It was just a really humbling experience, and so that's why my words are a little jumbled, is because I still can't believe I spoke to him. And he actually was so generous. I mean, we talked to him for like 3 hours, and it was a really fun time. So I will be doing reviews of Sam Furstenberg films, and then I will be putting together the greatest hits of the interview and having music and clips and photos and everything, and I'm going to post that uh, when it is finished. So probably going to be in like the next couple months or something, because I just got so much on my plate, and I'm also going to tackle the MCU the month that Black Widow comes out. So yeah, I got a lot of things that I already got planned, but for right now I'm going to mostly focus on more requests. But anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you later. See ya.